Celtic Myths and Legends by T.W. Rolleston. Chapter 8, Myths and Tales of the Cymry. The Saga in Brittany. Marie de France. The Breton sources must next be considered. Unfortunately, not a line of ancient Breton literature has come down to us, and for our knowledge of it, we must rely on the appearance it makes in the work of French writers. One of the earliest of these is the Anglo-Norman poetess who called herself Marie de France. Marie de France? Is it France? And wrote about 1150 of the Common Era, and afterwards she wrote, among other things, a number of lays or tales which she explicitly and repeatedly tells us were translated or adapted from Breton sources. Sometimes she claims to have rendered a writer's original exactly. Les contes que je sais veraient. Dans les Bretons en fait les lays. Vos conterez assez brièvement. Et kief, et south, de cet commencement, selon la lettre et l'écriture. I'm not certain of my French, but I tried. Little is actually said about Arthur in these tales, but the events of them are placed in his time. And cel temps, tint, artas, la terre, and the allusions, which include a mention of the Round Table, evidently imply a general knowledge of the subject among those to whom these Breton lays were addressed. Lancelot is not mentioned, but there is a lay, about one Lunbal, who is beloved by Arthur's queen, but rejects her because he has a fairy mistress in the Isle d'Avalon. Gawain is mentioned, and an episode is told in the Lie de Chevrefoil about Tristan and Iseult, whose maid, Brangien, is referred to in a way which assumes that the audience knew the part she had played on Iseult's bridal night. In short, we have evidence here of the existence in Brittany of a well-diffused and well-developed body of chivalric legend gathered about the personality of Arthur. The legends are so well known that mere allusions to characters and episodes in them are as well understood as references to Tennyson's idyls would be among us today. Tennyson's ideals would be amongst us today. The lays of Marie de France therefore point strongly to Brittany as the true cradle of the Arthurian saga. On its chivalrous and romantic side, they do not, however, mention the Grail. And as ritual to romance, if we get to that, indicates, we sort of have indication that came through as a Christian element, but let's not pretend that the Grail started as a Christian thing, or any other symbol that the Christians used, or any theme. It was all said before, but